Best and worst places to live in Denver? Exactly which parts of Denver had the most price growth last year? And which areas of town actually lost value? Hey everyone, it's Alyson with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. We're looking at towns and suburbs across the Denver metro area and comparing median home prices from June 2021 to June 2022. We're looking to see which areas grew in home values and which ones actually lost home value. I'll let you decide which one may be the best or worst place to live in. Some of you may be heading straight for the place that grew most in value, thinking there's something special or trendy about that area. And others of you I know are heading straight to the towns that lost value based on this data because you are looking for a deal. Starting from least to most, here we go. Any town with a decrease, first of all, is going to shock me, and there are two. But with an 11% year-over-year decrease, we have Littleton, and their June 2022 median home price is $785,000. Up next, with a 9% decrease year-over-year, we have Boulder. Their June 2022 median home price, $2 million. Now we get into territory I would expect we are out of the negatives. We bump over into the positives. At a 6% positive growth year-over-year, we have Denver. Now, this is Denver proper, right? Not Denver Metro, Denver proper, which is still a large area. June 2022 median home price, $778,000. Also at 6% positive growth year over year, Highlands Ranch, $797,000. And tied for 6% year over year growth based on the Altos research data, Parker, Colorado. Their June 22 median home price, $811,000. Now we move to the double digits. We've got 10% year-over-year growth in Centennial with a June 2022 median home price of $727,000. 10% annual growth for Broomfield as well, and their median home price in June was $730,000. Three cities show up at 11% growth year-over-year. They are Arvada, Inglewood, and Castle Pines. Their respective June 22 median home prices are $778,000, $659,000, and $970,000. Castle Rock beat all of those, but did not quite hit 15% year-over-year growth. They are in at 14% year-over-year based on this data, and their June median home price is $827,000. There is one large city between 15 and 20, and that is Lakewood, in at 19% growth year over year. Their June 22 median home price, $738,000. 6 towns or cities bested the 20% mark for year-over-year growth in prices. At 20%, we've got Greenwood Village. Their median home price, $2.4 million. At 21%, we have Lone Tree. Median home price, $1.7 million in June of 2022. 2 cities were at 24%. That's Wheat Ridge and Aurora. The median home price for Wheat Ridge is $783,000 as of June 2022. Aurora is just at $633,000. At 25% growth, Commerce City. Median home price June 22, $617,000. And the finalist exceeding 25% growth at 27% growth year over year, Thornton. Their median home price as of June 2022 was $597,000. Some towns I had data for but didn't include in the table because I really felt unsure there were enough consistent sales over time that we didn't have big spikes and big valleys. But I'm going to share the data here with you. We had Lafayette growing by 19% year over year. We had Longmont growing by 1% year over year. We had Superior showing a loss of 23%. Superior and Lafayette, really, they are smaller towns. I don't think they consistently are selling enough volume, especially after the fire last year. So I didn't put those in here. The rest of these were very, very large cities. They're certainly selling enough volume that the data is accurate enough that the research company that's pulling these numbers, it's a decent enough snapshot. So when we look at all this, one of the things that I'm seeing is I can't apply a blanket rule that says, well, here's why these cities had really great growth, or here's why these cities lost value. I don't see a tie to new construction. If I did, then we would see positive, strong growth across the board in Littleton, in Parker, in Highlands Ranch, in Castle Rock, in Commerce City. But there's a lot of diversity in numbers across those. Proximity to Denver or tech or job hubs is really not the reason either. If it were, Boulder wouldn't have had a loss. Denver would have been higher than 6. Or we could argue that Broomfield would have a ranking closer to Thornton because Broomfield and Thornton are roughly about 20 minutes into the city. It's not mountain views or being west of I-25, because that would put Littleton, Boulder, Highlands Ranch, Arvada, Lakewood, all in the same kind of bubble, and they have widely varying numbers. The easiest one to see a bent toward is home prices. Thornton tops the list and has the lowest median home price. Then from there, the next one is Commerce City. It has the second lowest median home price, and it had the second highest growth. And then Aurora comes in third highest growth, third lowest price point. But the trend stops there. Following Aurora, there would be 4 different cities than we see in the next 4 on the table. If we did this in order of home price, the list would look much different than how I read it to you. And to further prove the point that it's not price, breaking the 20% threshold, we've got Greenwood Village and Lone Tree, which have median prices well above the $1 million mark. I will say, since this is probably gonna pique some of y'all's interests in Thornton, I have some clients that I'm shopping with in Thornton right now, and they just made an offer on a beautiful 4-bedroom home on a corner lot that was in wonderful shape. They lost out in a bidding war. I know no one thinks bidding wars are happening right now. There were 3 offers on this home and they did not win. It was a modest bidding war, but they didn't win. But the house was priced below the median price point that we talked about here. It was actually listed around $530,000. But it is possible to have a nice size home in the Thornton area that's under $600,000. If you want to talk about any of these neighborhoods, get a pulse on what's happening there, thoughts on why those things are happening there, I would always love to chat. And I will see y'all next week.